Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about a Notion update that's a huge deal. Seriously, if you've ever tried to automate your Notion setup and just hit a brick wall, especially with connecting databases, then you're going to want to stick around for this. Yeah, I mean, look at that quote. Everything has finally changed. That's a pretty bold statement, right? But honestly, it's not an exaggeration. We're talking about a fundamental shift here in how you can get Notion to talk to all your other apps and really automate your work. So you know the deal with automation, right? For years, tools like Zapier or Make have been like the super glue for all our apps. They connect everything, they promise to take all those boring, repetitive tasks and just put them on autopilot. It's supposed to save us time, effort, all that good stuff. And this is a big but for Notion users. There was always this one catch, this one really frustrating limitation that was just a massive roadblock. It stopped you from building those perfectly seamless automated systems you had in your head. And the whole problem, it all comes down to this one thing, the relation property. Now, if you use Notion, you know this is one of its superpowers. It's how you link everything together. Projects to tasks, meetings to clients, ideas to your calendar. It's what turns Notion into this incredible interconnected web of all your stuff. And this quote right here from a user on the Zapier forums, man, just hits the nail on the head. It sums up years of frustration. You could do all sorts of things with automation, create new pages, update text, no problem. But you couldn't touch those all-important relational links. It was the one thing you couldn't do, and it just stopped any truly complex automation dead in its tracks. Of course, the community's brilliant, so people didn't just give up. Experts like William Nutt from Notion VIP actually figured out a way around it. It was super clever, but also super technical. Okay, so to make this workaround work, you had to jump through some serious hoops. You had to set up this complicated 4-step zap. First, you get the trigger, then you create the new thing. Then you had to find the other thing you wanted to link it to, and then came the really tricky part. You literally had to drop in a block of custom JavaScript code to talk directly to Notion's API. I mean, look at that. It's an amazing hack for sure, but let's be real. For most of us who aren't developers, seeing this is like, nope. It's just way too intimidating, totally out of reach. But then, everything changed. Not long ago, Notion dropped a new feature that just poof, made that whole complicated code thing completely unnecessary. It's the feature that finally changed the game. And the big solution? It's called webhooks. Native webhooks, right inside Notion. The easiest way to think about a webhook is like a doorbell for your apps. Instead of Zapier having to knock on Notion's door every few minutes asking, anything new? Anything new? Notion can now ring Zapier's doorbell the instant something happens. It's a direct, immediate notification. So here's the bottom line, the big difference. The old way was called polling. That's Zapier checking in every 5, 10, sometimes even 15 minutes. It was slow, it was inefficient. The new way? Webhooks. Notion sends out a signal the second something changes. It's real time, it's efficient. The delay? It's just gone. Okay, I know webhooks might sound a little technical and boring, but what this actually unlocks is incredible. We're talking about super powerful, real-world automations that fire off instantly. And a lot of the time, all it takes is a single click. Just picture this. Say you're a content creator. You just got out of a meeting with a great idea for a video. You go to your meeting notes, you press one single button, and instantly, a new long-form video is on your calendar, 2 short-form versions are automatically created and scheduled, all your subtasks are there, assigned, and it even creates the Google Drive folders you need. All of that from one button. Or, hey, what about this? You're managing a project for a client. You hit a button in Notion that says Send Invoice. In that same second, the invoice is created in Stripe, your project status in Notion changes to Payment Requested, an email with the invoice goes out to the client, and your team gets a Slack notification. I mean, just think about how much clicking and typing that saves. It's staggering. So you can see this is way bigger than just some minor new feature, right? This is a fundamental change in what's even possible inside of Notion. It completely reimagines what you can build for your own workflow. The big takeaway here is we've officially moved from this world of passive, delayed automation, we would set something up and just kind of wait and hope it ran soon, to a world where you have active, instant command over everything. This really is the end of waiting. Think about it. Before, building an automation felt like following a really complicated recipe with a bunch of weird ingredients. Now, you can just push a button. It opens up an entirely new frontier of possibilities. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build?